Okay, hi guys, Matt Blythe the one from Innovision Press here and the Innovision Network, coming at you not quite live but made a video for you anyway. Okay, just looking at the price of Bitcoin here on the charts. I've been investing in very small amounts in altcoins lately, and there's a lot of panic over Bitcoin every time it takes a dip in the market, and it looks like it's going down and down and down and then up and up and up, and really it just depends what chart you're looking at. Well, a few years ago I used to trade foreign currencies on the Forex exchange, and between you and me and the rest of the world, I lost money doing that. Not because I was a bad trader, but because the trading platform, which I won't mention, was actually defrauding me out of money. And they actually got done by the SEC for quite a few £1 million for defrauding their customers. But anyway, I didn't get any of my money back, but that's not the point. I did spend a lot of time learning how to read charts and how to trade, and on paper I was quite good at it, but when I put real money in the account, that's when bad things started happening. Anyway, that's another story. So the real story, what I wanted to tell you was I wanted to look at the Bitcoin chart and just explain what's happening a bit. Now, charts, when you look at charts, it's called technical analysis. Okay, this is just a plain line chart, but you also get candle charts. I'm not going to go into candles, how to read candles, because that's another video. But anyway, this is a line chart on the coin market capitalizations website, coinmarketcap.com. And anyway, I've got a zoom it thing installed so I can draw lines on it. But anyway, technical charts, right, they always follow trends. That's the way it goes. The thing that drives the trends is called fundamentals, and if you study the fundamentals, that's called fundamental analysis. If you study only the charts, that's called technical analysis. What you need to remember is that although the charts are good indicators of the observations of the price, the market price, and the direction it's heading, as you can see on that chart, it's a downtrend, because the basic direction, if you took a mean through all those lines, would be something like that, and you can see it's obviously a downtrend. But what you've got to remember is technical analysis is only an observation. It's not a crystal ball, but from the observations you can make a pretty good educated guess as to what's happening. Now, the markets are driven largely by traders who buy and sell Bitcoin, and that sentiment influences the market, but the major factors that affect the big price changes will be fundamental decisions made in the market by traders and things that affect digital currencies on the whole. I can't think of a good example. So anyway, I'm going to put some lines on this chart just to show you how this chart works. Basically, as you can see, it's in a downtrend, and if you line up the peaks of the downtrend, it's more or less following the line exactly. Look, so every time it hits that line, it's more or less gonna come down for as long as it's following that downtrend. You could draw another line, that's on the highs, the peaks, and you could draw another line on the troughs or the lows, and it's more or less doing the same thing, and that's called a channel. This bit in here is the channel that it's following, and it will hit the channel there and come back down again. Okay, let me just redraw those lines. So I'm just lining up the peaks. That one's gone a little bit above the peak. I could draw the line to there, but I want to, the majority of the peaks are following that line, and then you've got the troughs following those three, so you've got that channel. So that, while that's in the channel, this is on the 3 monthly chart, by the way, so since December to March, you can see that the price of Bitcoin is going down. Now, there's nothing magical about that. For the last 3 months, the price of Bitcoin's been in a downtrend, following a channel in a downtrend, and that's just, you know, common sense. Anyone can look at that chart and see that there's nothing mysterious happening. When it hits the top of the channel, the price drops. When it hits the bottom, it starts going up again, and it's going to do that as long as it's in that channel. What happens is when it breaks out of the channel, it's because it's following another trend. So let's go out to the yearly chart, and we can take a look at the bigger trend. Now the monthly chart we were looking at was we were looking at that part of the chart basically. You can see it there, look. And on the yearly chart we're looking at it from March to March basically. You can see the trend's an uptrend. On the bigger perspective on a yearly chart, we can clearly see if we draw lines on this one, we can clearly see that the price of Bitcoin has gone up from here to here, so that's an uptrend. Right, so more recently it's been in a downtrend from here. So we've got a downtrend, and the downtrend's got a channel which is obviously trading between, and then we've got the uptrend, which is a long-term trend, just lining up the peaks here, here and here. And you can see where the downtrend hit the long-term uptrend, you had a bounce. And that was just common sense. It's gone down, it's hit the uptrend line, it's bounced up, it's gone up again. Now the price of Bitcoin here is exactly on the uptrend line. So what happens now? It's got two choices basically. So I'm going to carry on following this channel down and break through the trend line here, or it's going to bounce off the trend line and start going up again. Now it'll bounce up until it hits this point, and then there'll be another decision. And what you do, what is called buy a break, or buy a bounce, and sell at resistance. I don't know if I got those words perfectly right, but there was an expression like that in forex trading. I can't remember what it was, but you would buy it if it bounced off the trend line, and you would sell it if there was resistance from a trend line. So this is where we're at. Let's just clear these lines and put a couple back in again, because that was getting a bit messy and confusing. But this is where we're at the moment. We've got the long-term uptrend meeting with the medium-term downtrend, and that's where we're at. We're at this point here. Now it's either going to carry on following this channel down, bouncing off lines and things till it breaks through, or it's going to bounce off the long-term uptrend and carry on there. Now I reckon that's in an uptrend, and I'll be very surprised if that isn't indeed a good buy signal. Now that's buy as in B-U-Y and not goodbye. It's a good buy, and obviously that's not financial advice, because it could go either way, but I reckon it's going to follow the uptrend and go in that direction. But if it goes down, it'll only be because it's following the channel, and then you can sell it. And obviously it's not going to go right down to here. It's not going to go right down to here again following that channel, because it's too close to zero. So In my opinion, I think it's very likely that it will go up. Anyway, either way, it's obvious to see what it's going to do from the chart, so all I can say is don't panic. Anyway guys, thanks for listening. Hope you enjoy investing in Bitcoin, because it seems to be the way the world's going in terms of digital currencies. More and more applications are using blockchain technology all the time, and I'm certainly having fun learning with it anyway. If you want to subscribe to my channel to see more great videos like this, give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment in the comment section below. That's my little video. Thanks very much for watching. We can clearly see that, hang on, let me get that little window out of the way. I can't think of a good example, but that would be a fundamental, and this is a technical analysis. Anyway, waffling my words a bit.